You might be skipping one of the most important steps to building a social media strategy. I say that because I certainly did for years. And what I'm talking about is a competitor analysis. This is also known as just spying on brands that are similar to yours to help you decide what to do and what not to do with your own social media accounts. This can be extremely helpful whether you're working with a client or you're working on your own social media strategy. Looking at what other people have done and experimented with can save you so much time, give you new ideas, and help you do better at your job. So, before I get into showing you how to actually build a competitor analysis report and start spying on those brands, let's talk about where to actually find your competitors first. Because this is the first thing that you've got to answer. What other brands are similar to us? Who should we be taking inspiration from? And who should we not be taking inspiration from? One of the first things I like to do is go to my audience. If you have any existing following already, or if your client does, post an Instagram story. Post a sticker and just say, hey, what other brands do you follow? What other companies do you buy from that are in your niche? And hearing from your customers directly is going to be such a valuable resource for you. You're going to actually be able to hear in their own words why they follow these brands. And you're probably going to hear about brands that you've never even heard of before. This is certainly what's happened to me when I've done something similar. Of course, don't leave it just to Instagram. Go wherever your audience is. Make a post, make a TikTok, go live, whatever it takes to get in a virtual room with your existing audience. Super valuable. Now, another thing that you can do is just do a simple search. Googling or searching on Instagram or TikTok or any platform that you're active on for your keyword or for any descriptors of what your service or product is going to also be really helpful here. Again, you're going to see brands that you probably didn't even know existed that offer something similar to you and that are ranking for keywords that you also are ranking for. Do a little bit of digging, click on their websites, click on their social profiles, get to know them a little bit. And if it seems like they're a brand that has a decent following, decent engagement, jot them down onto a list. From there, I recommend using a tool like my fave, Metricool. Metricool is my favorite all-in-one social media platform. I talk about it all the time. You all know that I love it. One of the things that it can do, in addition to scheduling and analytics, is help you do competitor analysis. So let's hop over to the computer. I'll show you exactly how it's done. And of course, if you want to give Metricool a try, it's free to get started. But if you want to upgrade to one of their pro plans, you can get 30 days free using my code Latasha, and I'll also leave the link down below. To get started building your list of competitors, you'll want to first click on the Analytics tab. And from there, you will choose the platform on the left-hand side of the screen that you want to build a competitor list for. Now, the competitor feature in Metricool is available at the time of recording this for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Let's go ahead and start with Instagram. There are a couple ways that you can get to the competitors section. You can either click on this tab here up at the top, or you can just scroll all the way down. And you'll see I do not yet have my competitors populated. So let's just click on Add. I'm going to choose a few other kind of online education platforms that I want to list out as competitors. I'm going to start with The Future. I think this is their username. We'll go ahead and add Super High and I Love Creatives. So as you can see, the information populates pretty much immediately. We get a list here of the total followers. We get how many posts that they have made over this specific time period, how many reels, what their average likes are per post, average comments per post, and engagement rate. And as we can see here, it looks like The Future is really leading the pack. It looks like they post a lot of content and their engagement rate is pretty strong too, although we can see that I Love Creatives actually has the highest engagement rate. So we might want to take a look at what I Love Creatives is posting on their Instagram. Why is it so engaging? What about it is so engaging? And is there anything that we can leverage and learn for our own platform that maybe we want to adopt? we'll click on more stats. I just want to see what else we can see here. So we can actually get this nice report. This is one of my favorite things about Metricool is their reporting features. And this is just really beautifully displayed here. In this case, I Love Creatives has grown followers. They've decreased their posting frequency and decreased the amount of reels that they're posting as well. Their engagement rate is a little bit down, likes are down, kind of everything's a little bit down. Something helpful about this is I know in social media, we kind of go through seasons, particularly during the summertime, which this is actually a report basically covering the entire summer. And so if you're ever feeling like, your clients' accounts are really down in terms of engagement, likes, pull up a competitor's report and see if other people are too. Oftentimes you will find it is a seasonality thing. You will find it depends on time of year, maybe other events that are going on in your space or in the world at large. We also have a list of their posts here, and we can sort this by engagement rate. I want to see their most engaged with post. I'm going to go ahead and click on view and see. Let's look at the next few. So this looks like it is kind of a freebie, if I'm not mistaken, a lead magnet or a freebie, a behind the scenes look at what it is really like to be a copywriter. I'll look at one more here. This is an internet gem roundup. This one is actually tagging other people and showing portfolios that they thought were attractive and well done. This is something that I absolutely could replicate. Hey, social media managers, send me your portfolios, and I'm going to create a roundup of some of my favorites, some of the ones that people can learn from. So these are all great ideas, great ways to just kind of get your brain thinking a little bit. On the flip side, I want to go ahead and actually look at their least engaged posts just to see, is there anything that we really shouldn't do? This is kind of a promotional testimonial. It's beautifully designed, of course, but maybe I can just keep that in mind. Not to say that we'll never post testimonials of our courses, but just kind of knowing that that might not be the hottest seller. This is a promotional post, so it's for something that they are selling. Now, again, I think this post is really beautifully done. So it's not to say that they did anything wrong, but typically when you are really selling something, those can sometimes get you a little bit less engagement and responses than you might like. And sometimes it's not even a bad thing. Sometimes it means people see it and they instantly click on the profile, go to the link in profile, and want to purchase it. Okay, let's close out of this for a second. Now that was just looking at one brand, but if you actually click on post list all, this will let you do basically what I just did, but for all of those accounts that I added into my competitor list. And did I mention that you can add up to 100 competitors on the premium plan? And if you want to stick to the free plan, you can add up to 5 competitors. So either way, lots of options. So again, I can do the same thing. It looks like the future is really dominating here on the front page. Let's see what their top engaged post was. It is a reel. And it is about, looks like how to make more money kind of as a freelancer or as a designer. We've got another reel, more about money, right? So again, what can I learn from that? Can I do more money talk for freelancers, particularly if it's a reel? And we'll do one final one, which is money, more money. So really interesting to see those themes. You see how we're seeing some parallels. And of course, I'm not going to copy exactly what he's doing, but I may want to just kind of have these reels in mind when I'm creating my next ones. You can also download a CSV of this report and you can customize the columns that you're looking at. So maybe if I didn't care about likes or comments or how many reels they posted, I could, customize that. And then I also love the compare feature. Clicking on this will enable you to select the brands that you'd like to compare. So maybe I want to do the future compared against super high, and I want to leave I Love Creatives out of it. We'll click on compare, and this will give us just our selected competitors and allow us to see just those two neck to neck against each other. So you can really get creative with this, especially if you have you're maxing out your competitors. Sometimes you just want to look at the top 2 or 3 competitors or the closest competitors. So this enables you to do that. And of course, you can download the CSV as well. And like I said, you can do this for Twitter or X, as well as Facebook and YouTube, which is pretty cool. We'll go down to competitors and let me just add a few in here just to show you what it shows you. So let's do the future since they seem to really be crushing it. We'll do the future. Who else? Maybe we'll do Flux, a Academy. It's another online education platform. We'll just go ahead with those two. Those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head here. But it'll show you the total number of subscribers, total number of views. I think this is just for this period of time. Let's do 30 days. Oh no, this is overall, actually, total views overall. I switched the date range just to the past 30 days. So they've uploaded 29 videos in 30 days. Flux has uploaded 33. This is really interesting for me as a YouTuber because I'm realizing, wow, I need to really get my stuff in order. I guess I thought I was doing good with 1 to 3 videos a week. Maybe I need to be uploading daily. I am sure some of those are shorts, but I should be posting daily shorts, right? That's what they're doing and they are crushing it. The total number of likes that they've gotten and dislikes is actually not, it doesn't show anymore. So I'm doubtful that they truly get 0 dislikes, but there are 0 visible dislikes. And then this is how many comments they're getting on average per video. I'm actually going to remove the dislikes column from this view since, like I said, it isn't really applicable. We'll go ahead and click on the video list and I'm going to sort by most video views. So it looks like Flux Academy is crushing it, reacting to 21 design portfolios in 22 minutes. That is a really fun video idea. Again, maybe I can borrow that, reacting to social media management portfolios. Next up is the future. I've done a video like this before, so I can easily redo a video like this again. How to use LinkedIn to get more clients. So this is just such a great idea for me to take to the drawing board when it comes to next month's video ideas and maybe replicate some of these ideas. So now that you have all this information, what do you do with it? Well, again, if you're working with a client, I definitely recommend presenting this to them. I hear all the time from students and friends, hey, I can't convince my client to show their face on Instagram, or I can't convince my client to start a TikTok. They feel like it's not relevant for us. Sometimes just showing them what their competitors are doing is enough to push them over the edge. Business owners, and I say this with love, because I'm also a business owner, we kind of deal with this FOMO thing, right? We don't want to be the only ones who aren't doing a particular thing. So if you show them that all of their competitors are posting on Instagram 3 times a week and they're only posting once, or that some of their other competitors are, posting face to camera, live action type stuff, and they're only posting text-based posts, that is likely something that can convince them to at least test your new strategy that is more in line with what they should really be doing. And of course, if this is for your own brand, use it as inspiration. Now, you all know I do not like a copier, and I don't ever recommend copying anything word for word, picture for picture, but it can give you a good idea of how often you should be posting, which platforms you should be focusing on, whether or not your social media strategy is successful or not. This is another thing that can help with clients too, is benchmarking. You might feel like your engagement rate is really low, but if you look at your competitors and you notice that it's actually average compared to your competitors, well, that can be something important to include in your end of month reports, and also just for you to know so you're not beating yourself up over not getting 1 million likes on your photos when really most people in your industry are not either. So remember, don't skip this step. It is super important and also super easy to do using Metricool. Hope this video was helpful. Be sure to give Metricool a try. I'll leave their link down in the description box. Use my code Latasha for 30 days free on any premium plan, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.